Hello everyone. Welcome to my class Physics by Learn Science. And in this class we are going to learn and practice some numericals which are based on the equation of motion. But before going ahead, let us understand what is equation of motion. Equation of motion tells us the relation between velocity, time, position and acceleration of an object. And on the basis of this, we have three types of equation for constant acceleration. So the first equation tells us the relation between velocity and time, and that is v is equal to u plus at. Our second equation shows the relation between position and time, and the equation is s is equal to ut plus half at square. And third equation is v square minus u square is equal to 2as, which we get by replacing t from equation 1 and 2. Now, before solving any question, we have to keep certain things in our mind. And what are these? Let us understand one by one. So first is, if in the question it is given that your body is starting from rest, so it means what will be the velocity in this case? So for example, let us take this example of a boy where the boy is sitting in the chair. So in this case, he is at rest position. So what is his velocity? His velocity is 0. So that means at initial state, his velocity is 0. But after some time, the boy started walking. So what will be the velocity? Of course, he will have some velocity and it will have some value. So let us say his velocity is 10 meter per second. And in this case, we can see the velocity has increased. So of course, my acceleration will be positive. Now, similarly, there can be another case also, like for example, if it is given in the question that body is going to rest or coming to rest, but before it was at motion. For example, let us again look at this picture. So in this picture, you can say that our boy is walking. So that means he is already in motion. So it means that he has some velocity. So let us consider that his velocity this time is again 10 meter per second. But after some time, he got tired and started taking rest. So now he's in this position. We can see he's sitting in the chair. So that means he's at rest, and it means my velocity in this case is 0. So here in this case, my initial velocity is 10 meter per second, but my final velocity in this case will be 0. Now there can be other cases also where the body is thrown up or thrown down. So in this case, what will be the velocity? So if the body is thrown up, so in this case, at the highest point, my velocity will become 0 and acceleration is negative. Similarly, if body is coming down, so in this case, here at this point, we'll take initial velocity 0 and final velocity, of course, it will have some value. Let us say in this case, it's 10 meter per second and the acceleration is positive. And one more thing, very important, which we have to keep in our mind while solving the numericals, that are the units same? That means if the units are given in meter per second, let us suppose acceleration is given in meter per second square, but time is given in minute. So in this case, we have to make the unit same and then start solving the question. One more thing which is very important is selection of equation for solving kinematic problems. So that means how we are going to select which equation we have to use to solve our problem. So as we know, we have three equations for constant acceleration. And in all three equations, if you will see, we have total 4 variables. So for example, in first equation, if you will see, we have variable v, u, a, and t. So that means if I have to find the value of v, at least I should know the value of other three variables, that is v, a, and t. Similarly, if you will see in the second equation also, again I have 4 variables, that is s, u, a, and t. So that means if I have to find, let us u, then in that case, if I have to find u, so I should have the value of s, a, and t. Then I can use this equation. And in third case also we can see again we have total 4 variables, that is v, u, a, and s. So before selecting any equation, we have to check that do we have the information, enough information of the unknown quantities? If yes, then accordingly we are going to select our equation. Now it is time to solve our first problem. So let's read the question properly first. A cheetah starts from rest and accelerates at 2 meters per second square for 10 seconds. We have to calculate the distance traveled by it. So let's write first what is given in the question. So as you can see, it is saying that cheetah starts from rest, and we remember when the body is at rest, that means its initial velocity we are going to take 0 meter per second. Next, we can see it is written that body is accelerating with 2 meter per second square, and time is also given to us, that is 10 seconds. We have to calculate distance, which represented by s. So now we can see in this question that all the units are given in meter and second. So in that means we do not need to change the units as they are already same. Now next very important thing is to select the equation. So which equation I am going to use to find s? So let us see our first equation. So if you can see in my first equation, there is s, no s given. So that means if s is not given in this equation, I cannot use this equation to find my s. Let's see the second equation then. In second equation, s is given, but it is unknown to us right now. So let me put the question mark. Now, next information, u. So we can see the information of u is with us. The information of a is also given in the question, and information of time is also given in the question. So that means out of 4 variables, 3 variables are known to us. So we can use second equation. So let's lock this equation and use this equation. So using second equation, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Let's solve the problem. So u is 0, time is 10, plus half a is 2 meter per second, and time is again 10, and this is a square. So 10, 0 into 10 is 0, half cancel, plus 10 10 are 100. So it is giving us 100 meter. So that means my cheetah travels 100 meter in this case. So now let's move to the next question. It's time to solve another problem which is related to a train. So in this question, a train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour, and after some time the brakes was applied and it produces a uniform acceleration that is minus 0.5 meter per second square. We have to find how far the train will go. That means we have to find distance in this case before brought to rest. So that means my final position is rest. It means my final velocity will be 0. So now let's write what is given in the question. So in the question, my initial velocity is given 90 km per hour. After some time, it comes to at rest. That means my final velocity will be 0. Here it is also given that my train is deaccelerating with minus 0.5 meter per second square, and I have to calculate distance. Now, before going ahead, let us see that are the units same? So in this question, we can see that acceleration is given in meter per second square, but velocity is in kilometer per hour. So that means now our first job is to convert the unit into meter per second. So let's convert. So to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, we are going to multiply it with 90 into 5 by 18. So that means if I will multiply it by 5 by 18, I will be able to convert it into meter per second. And we know that if I will cut this value, this is 2 9s are 18, 245, 9 5s are 45. So I am getting 5 into 5, that is 25. So 25 meter per second is my initial velocity, and my final velocity is 0. Now our second part is to select equation. So which equation do you think we can use? So let's start with the second equation, because in first equation I can see s is not given. So here I don't have s. So let's see our second equation. Now in second equation, if you will see, S is unknown to us, U is known to us, V is also known to us, but V is not in the second equation. So let's ignore this. The A is given to us, but again time is not given. So out of 4 variables, only 2 are known to us. Now let's go to the third equation. In third equation, V is given to us, U is also given to us, A is also given to us, and I have to find S. So that means out of 4 variables, 3 variables are known to us. So it means in this case, I'm going to use my third equation of motion, that is equal to V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So let's use our third equation in this case. So that is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. And let's put all the value first. So here my final velocity is 0, that is 0 square is 0 itself. Then initial velocity, as you can see, we have just calculated, it was 25. So it is 25 square is equal to 2. Acceleration is in negative, so minus 0.5 into distance we need to calculate. So distance we don't know, so that we need to calculate. So 25 ja is 625. So it is coming 625 minus, and here I will get minus 5 to the 10, or it is 1.0 S. So that means minus minus is cancelled. So S is 625 by 1, which is 625 only. So here my distance covered by body before coming to rest is 625 meter. I hope you all understand how we do. You all have understood that how we have done this question. So now let's move to our next question. So our next problem is related to height or stone problem. Again, it's a very famous problem. So in this question, it is given a stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction. So that means we are throwing stone in this direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. That means here in this place, my velocity here is 5 meter per second. And we also know that at highest peak, my velocity will become 0 meter per second. So if the acceleration of the stone during its motion is given 10 meter per second square. So that means it is saying that acceleration when it is coming down is 10 meter per second square. What will be the height attained by the stone and how much time it will take to reach there? So here we have to calculate two information. First is we don't know height, so we have to find h. And second, we also need to find how much time it is going to take to reach at the top. Okay, so if downward is acceleration is 10 meters per second square, then in upward side it will be in negative, that is minus 10 meter per second square. So my initial velocity in this case is 5 meter per second. My final velocity is 0 meter per second. H is my unknown to us. So here basically my h is my distance covered by the body and t is again unknown to us. So now, and also we can see all the units are same, so we do not need to change the unit. Now our next thing is to check which equation we can use to find our unknown variable. So let's try to find h first. So here h is my s, basically distance. So for distance I can use either second equation or third equation. So let's see that can we use second equation. So as you can see in second equation, I don't know t and I don't know s. So that means out of 4 variables, 2 are unknown to us and 2 are known to us. So we cannot use second equation here. So let's don't use second. Now let's move to the third equation. In third equation, if you will see, I know the value of v, I know the value of u, also I know the value of a. So that means using third equation, I can find my height. So let us find distance traveled by body in this case. So here, using second equation, that is v square minus u square is equal to 2as, we are going to find the value of h. So v square here is 0 square again minus 5 square is equal to 2. Again acceleration is given in minus, so minus 10, and distance here is my height. So let us write, instead of s I am writing h. So 5 5s are 25. So it is giving me minus 25, okay, is equal to minus 20 into h. So minus minus I will cancel. So here my h is 25 upon 20, which can be further written as 5 upon 4, or can be further written as 4 1 4, 1.2 meter. Okay, so height here is 1.2 meter. Now next in this question, we also have to find how much time it is going to take. Okay, so let us find the time also. Now to find time, you can see I can use my first equation because now I have u, I know v, I also have information of u, I also have information of a. So that means using first equation, I can easily find time. So let us find time using equation v is equal to u plus at. So here my v is 0, u is 5 plus acceleration is also given in negative, that was minus 10, and time we have to calculate. Okay, so let's calculate the time here. So we can rewrite this equation this way. So here if I will take 5 on left hand side, it will become minus 5. Okay, it will become minus 5 is equal to minus 10t. So minus minus I can cancel here. So t is here 5 upon 10, which is 1 by 2, or you can write as 0.5 second. So time taken by the ball or stone to reach at this position, that means at height 1.2 meter, is 0.5 second. I hope it is clear to all. So students, as we have already solved some problems, so let's see that what steps we followed while solving those problems once again. So first thing which we did was we read the question carefully. So our first step is always read question carefully. Second very important step is to write what is given in the question and what we have to find. This we can do in the pictorial form also. Now, the third very important thing, check units. If the units are same, then there no need to change. But if units are different, then please convert them and make them same. Our fourth step is the selection of equation. So we always have to check what is given in the question for selecting equation, and accordingly we can choose our equation. And finally solve it, and please make sure that when you will write the final answer, don't forget to mention the correct unit. So that's it for the today class. So thank you, and please don't forget to like, subscribe and share my channel. We'll see you again with another part where we are going to solve some more problems related to equation of motion. Bye.